formed element or blood corpuscles are consist of three things. First is erythrocyte, which is RBC, and leukocyte, which is WBC, and thrombocyte, which is also known as blood platelets. So RBC is the most abundant, and these are enucleated in order to carry maximum oxygen, and the shape is biconcave or circular, and these are 5 to 5.5 million in number. मेंस में ज़्यादा आरबीसी पाई जाती है एज कम्पेयर टू वुमेंस, एंड 10 ml ब्लड में अप्रॉक्स 12 to 16 ग्राम हीमोग्लोबिन होता है. And when we talk about average life of RBC, it has 120 days, and RBC is mostly produced in liver and spleen. So RBC का production mostly कहाँ होता है? spleen and liver में. Now next is WBC. WBC or white blood cells are most active, and they do not have color, that is they are colorless, and they are 6 to 8,000 in number, and on the basis of granules they are divided into two types. First is granulated, which has granules in it, and second is agranulated. So these are irregular in shaped, that is RBC are irregular in shaped, and these based on the staining granulocytes are divided into three types, which is eosinophils and basophils and nucleophils. Now agranulocytes are divided into two types. First is monocyte and second is lymphocytes. So when we talk about granulocyte, we have three things. Eosinophil, which is bilobed nucleated, and these are 2 to 3%. and eosinophil का क्या function होता है? They mainly resist infection and also associated with allergic reaction. Now next is basophil. Basophil are 2 to 3 lobed, and these are at least 0.5 to 1%, and they secrete histamine, serotonin, and heparin, and these are mainly involved in inflammatory reaction. And a nucleophile, which is 2 to 7 lobed nucleus, and these are 60 to 65, and these are phagocytic. So phagocytic कौन से होते हैं? पहला होता है अपना मोनोसाइट, आगे पढ़ाएंगे, and second is nucleophile. So let's revise it again. Eosinophil, infection and allergic reaction. Basophil, inflammatory reaction, and they secrete histamine, serotonin, and heparin, which is involved in inflammatory reaction. These three things. And nucleophile is a phagocytic. Now next thing which we have to remember is the percentage. So I'm talking about granulocyte. Among granulocyte, and so nucleophile is most, and basophil is least. Nucleophile is 60 to 65%. Then comes eosinophil, which is 2 to 3%. Then comes basophil, which is least 0.5 to 1%. And eosinophil is bilobed. Basophil is 2 to 3 lobed nucleus, and nucleophil has 2 to 7 lobed nucleus. And then we talk about agranulocyte. That means इनके पास granules नहीं होते. So this has 2, which is monocyte. Monocyte भी phagocytic होता है. This is asked in NEET. And lymphocyte, these are helpful in, these provide immune system to the human body and fight against the viruses and bacteria, also in cancer. And so let's study monocyte. Monocytes are phagocytic, and these are 6 to 8%, and इसका शेप होता है किडनी शेप्ड, and these are largest, यानी कि साइज में सबसे बड़े होते हैं, और इनका एमीबियोटिक शेप होता है. And then comes, it changes into microphage by the process diapedasis. Now comes lymphocyte. Lymphocyte are smaller in shape, and these are large round nucleus. शेप इनकी छोटी होती है बट इनके न्यूक्लियस बड़े होते हैं. एंड लिम्फोसाइट का परसेंटेज होता है 20 से 25%, and these produce antibodies. So lymphocytes are of two types. First is B lymphocytes and C lymphocytes, and these are produced from various part of the human body. So first is lymph node, second is thymus, third is spleen, and fourth is tonsils, fifth is bone marrow, and sixth is bare patches of small intestine, which you have studied in human digestive system. And the percentage which is given in NCERT are very important because these are asked in various exams. So there is a trick to learn. So NLM फिजिक्स में होता है न्यूटन लॉ ऑफ मोशन, NLM AB. सो आपको पता होना चाहिए कि eosinophil का दूसरा नाम एसिडोफिल होता है. सो यहाँ पे E की जगह हम A लिखेंगे. सो nucleophils कितने थे? Nucleophils were 60 to 65%. Then come L is lymphocyte. These are 20 to 25%. Then comes monocyte. Monocyte की percentage कितनी बताई थी? 6 to 8%. Okay. Then come A, acidophils or eosinophils. इसकी 2 to 3%. Then comes B, which is basophil. It has a 5.5 to 1%. So this was the trick. So let's wrap up the things by revising some points. Formed element, blood corpuscles 3 टाइप्स के होते हैं, RBC, WBC, थ्रोम्बोसाइट और ब्लड प्लेटलेट्स. एंड RBC का आपको पता है मोस्ट अबंडेंट होते हैं, बाइकनकेव शेप्ड होता है, 5 to 5.5 मिलियन होते हैं, मेंस में ज़्यादा होते हैं, लाइफ साइकिल 120 डेज की होती है, लिवर में प्रोड्यूस होते हैं, स्प्लीन में प्रोड्यूस होते हैं. And then comes leukocyte, RBC, WBC. These are of 2 types, granulocyte, agranulocyte. Granulocyte में eosinophil, basophil, nucleophil, and agranulocyte में and lymphocyte. Lymphocyte के भी 2 types होते हैं, B lymphocyte and T lymphocyte. and कहाँ पे प्रोड्यूस होते हैं ये भी याद करना है. Then comes thrombocyte और blood platelets जो कि